Hello, everyone, and welcome to Soul Stained Ink. My name is Beth, and I am here today with a book review. Stay tuned. So, the book I am reviewing for you today is Wintersong by S.J. Jones. Now, I have been told multiple times that if I go into this book expecting it to be a continuation or a retelling of The Labyrinth, which is my favorite movie, that I would be upset. And what I was hoping for was kind of a continuation. I did not get that. What I got was a prequel. And actually, S.J. Jones, while she did include a few segments that harkened back to my movie, which has been my favorite since I was 6 years old, she gave me something so much better. Now, I've known for a while that The Labyrinth with David Bowie was actually based off of a myth that is very popular in Europe, especially in Germany, where this myth comes from, and that is the myth of Der Erlkönig. They refer to it as a fairy tale in some places, but it's more to me of a creation myth. It is why things are the way they are, why the seasons change, etc. So, the basic premise of this myth and of the book is that back in the Dark Ages, the world was populated not only with mortals, but with goblins and fairies, which are called the Lorelei, changelings, etc. And a very brave young man offered himself as sacrifice to separate the two worlds so that mortals could live in peace and without fear of being attacked, because these underworld creatures live off of draining the senses from their mortal counterparts. So the young man becomes the Goblin King. He separates the worlds. He's what stands between the goblins and fairies and changelings coming out to our world. And in order to keep things going, in order to keep the world above turning in seasons, etc., he begins to have to take brides because he starts changing more into a goblin the longer he is their king. And so he starts taking brides, and these brides come down and live with him for however long it takes for them to wind up losing all of their senses and dying. So every once in a while, he comes up to the world above, takes a new bride, typically during the winter, because that is when the veil between worlds is thinnest. Um, this book completely, beautifully brought that together and gave us a heroine who is not this beautiful young girl who is just so sassy and gorgeous and she's going to come in and save everyone. No, we got a heroine who believes that she's not very talented, believes that she's not very pretty, and in fact, she probably isn't that pretty. Her sister is the sunshine girl. Her sister Keita is blonde and skinny and beautiful. Her brother Joseph is a violin prodigy who's going to go study with a violin master in Paris. And Liesel loves music. Liesel wants to be a composer, but her dad doesn't really think that people are going to like her music and doesn't think she's all that talented. So she just kind of buries herself and takes care of her younger siblings and helps at the family inn and doesn't believe that she's very special. However, the Goblin King has known her entire life. She and her brother and her grandmother Constanza follow the old ways, and he makes a trap for her. He kidnaps her sister Keita, but it's all because he knows Liesel will come to the underground, rescue Keita, and, you know, do the right thing. And she winds up giving herself to him as a bride, and it is a love story, but it is twisty and turny and dark, and it's not this insta love. There's a lot of background, and Liesel just really grows into who she is in the underground. And that's all I'm going to say about the book, because I really want you to go and read it for yourself if you have not. If you have read it, I would love for you to come talk to me in the comment section and let me know what you thought. But I give this a 4.5 out of 5 stars, and I'm really looking forward to reading Shadow Song, which is the second book. Give this a big thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new. Bye.